Hi guys and welcome back. So let's have a look at today's event. So I think the big one today is this Ethereum gain. This seems to have everyone talking about another all-time high. I certainly didn't expect it to do what it's just did. I mean, we're only talking about a 30% gain, but for Ethereum, for something of a market cap of about 300 billion to do a 30% gain over a couple of days is really good. It just shows you what we're looking at here, guys, with in terms of the money it could be made in the as long as you pick the right ones at the right time. There's certainly money to be made, even when you see like your Bitcoin being down. It's in the red again today, so we're still testing this round about the 55 level. It seems to really be struggling to get back up towards the 60, but this was over 2,600 earlier, and I'm very surprised considering what it was just like recently. As you can see here, it seems to be breaking all the levels again to get to this all-time high. It's coming off this moving average slightly, which it will retrace back to at some point, but as the price keeps going up, the moving average will go up as well. So it might not be retracing anytime soon. It might keep going. It might actually hit 3,000 before it starts cooling down. It just shows you the money's coming out of this Bitcoin just now into Ethereum and dropping down to the further coins, like I said in a previous video. For the first time, as I can remember, for a long time, as you can see here, the Bitcoin dominance is now below 50%. So definitely more money's coming out of Bitcoin and going down the chain into this, maybe the top 100 or even further. It's good to see that Doge is cooling down as well. As I've said before, this seems to be just a bit of a pump between the rich. I think it says here that 66% of Doge holders is in the top 100 wallets, crypto wallets. So it's basically the richest people in the world is probably holding this and pumping this, and they do have the power to do it. They've got the money to do it, and this is what's been happening in the traditional markets. So crypto is not immune to this. It's obviously can happen, and Dodge is a perfect example of this happening. And yes, there is money to be made if you were to get in there at the right time, but don't just FOMO in. Like I said the other day, guys, when you're seeing like 100% gains, don't just FOMO in for the sake of getting a quick buck, because you will get your fingers burnt here. That it's retraced back. It was sitting over about 40 odd pence, and now it's retraced back, so it's almost lost half what it was sitting at a few days ago, which is not a surprise, because there's no project behind this. It's just a pump and dump coin basically. So just be mindful of when you see these sort of massive gains. Just watch what you're doing, and your risk tolerance, just keep an eye on everything. Don't just FOMO into any other coin. There's plenty money to be made everywhere, so just watch what you're doing and keep an eye on things. So this Ethereum here, so I'll put some support and resistance lines here. So you're about the $2,000 line here, which is the psychological and the main psychological level. But once we broke this, the chances of it falling back down is pretty slim, considering that would need to be a 20% drop. I suppose it could do that in a short bit of time, but the chances are it won't go down below. I mean, I think it did test it just about the so just kind of whacked down recently, but there's a lot of buying power around about this sort of level. So you can see here it's testing, but it would take quite a lot, I think, for it to a full candle certainly through this. So I think it is a safe bet. If you were to I would say, if you were going to be opening up maybe a long position, I would wait for it to retrace back and test one of these two, which it probably will at some point. If it gets down here, yeah, put a buying order in maybe for it, but don't expect it to be down here for very long. I don't think, just going by history, what it seems to be doing here, like that wick through, that just shows you there's a lot of buy orders sitting at that level, and it's straight back up again. And like I say, it's testing this, so there's a lot of buying power at this sort of level here, round about the 2000. So if you were to put, like I say, a buy order in maybe at the 2-1, I think if you get in there that would be a good wee price. So as you can see here, it's tested this 2260, 2250 mark, and same here. So it's still looking good. It's certainly a positive sign to see that it's not only Bitcoin, it can be doing this sort of gains. It's nice to see that the money is flowing down through the other markets. Now, I think once Ethereum cools off, which it will just shortly, I can't see it. Maybe it might go up to 3,000, but it might stop. It's hard to mark a trend line on this because it's never been up at this price before, so there's nothing really to mark it off. I get a feeling it might slow down about the 2728 mark possibly, or it might just continue on. I think so. What's happening is investors are taking profits from the Bitcoin, then it's going down to Ethereum, and then what you'll see is this altcoins they're about to blast off. I mean, I've got absolutely no doubt in my mind. I hold quite a few here in the top 100, and I've got absolutely no doubt. I think that this is going to be a nice wee move up with them. I know we said before that when you look at history, April's always really good in terms of the gains, but April's not really played out like that so far. It started off all right, and then it's kind of dropped off. But don't lose interest in these things. Don't lose hope. We're going to see a massive pump here. I mean, I've got absolutely no doubt that this is going to do this, guys. Just bear with it, and you'll reap the rewards. So you can look at these market caps, and you see them creeping up, creeping up. We're going to be seeing the whole shift moving up. You know what they say is the tide. When the tide moves up, all the boats move up. And it's the same, you know, you just imagine that when the sea level's coming in, it lifts everything up together. Well, just imagine that being Ethereum and Bitcoin. When the money's coming into them, everything will be moving up gradually. So money's coming down there, and you'll see money coming in. You'll see all these get up in the green. You're already seeing some of the gains. I mean, for Maker to make a bit of a move like this, again, it just shows you even at this sort of price, you're still seeing the gains coming up, but you're still a fairly low market cap because the circulating supply is below 1 million. So looking good there. So I'm just waiting on a few of these to take off, and I think it's all a matter of time. If you look back, you don't want to be getting into the ones that's just had the big pumps. You want to be trying to buy the ones that have been kind of sideways for a wee while. Crypto.com I think is going to be maybe doubling soon. It would be nice to see that certainly making a bit of a move here. PancakeSwap's just made a bit of a move, so that might cool off again just now. Avalanche is probably about to make another move. Chili's is definitely overdue. That's been sitting around about this 50 mark for quite some time. I know it hit the 85 the other day there, but it was only short-lived and it was back to the 50 again. So I think a next leg up for this one is definitely going to play out, I would say, shortly, in the next month maybe. Decentraland, another thing with the gaming ones where you've got your engine and Decentraland, I think these are going to do well. Same with Sandbox. A lot of these we're just going to see. It's a matter of time. It's time in the market. This is the thing. Where's the money going to go? Where's the money going to go next? And it's very difficult. It's very difficult for most people to sit and watch all the market, read all the news. I tend to look at this coin market calendar, and it'll bring you out different news events. But again, you don't know. You know, these could already have been hyped up before these news come out in this website. You know, they might not pump straight away. They might wait a wee while. So again, the timing it's really hard to predict what's going to happen. Basic attention token, I think this is another one that could hit the $2 soon. Just having a wee look down this list. I like to have a wee look at this top 100 and see how we're performing. Reserve rights, this one's starting to creep up again. Swissborg, that seems to sit about the dollar. It seems to be sitting at this quite a bit of time. This is probably due for another. And I think, see when these coins pump, I think they're going to be doing like a 40-50% jump because they're overdue. They've been sitting sideways for a long time. Harmony as well. Let's have a wee look at Harmony. That's been cooling down now. So this might be another wee chance to bounce up here. So these are perfect opportunities. Don't think because they're going down that's it, that they're going to just go to zero. They'll never go back down. They're good projects. They'll never go back down to this level. This is where you want to buy, guys. You don't want to be buying up here. You want to be buying down there. So a nice wee retracement typically to this. If you were to chart it out, it's this golden retracement level. See this 0.618. If you go to the Fibonacci retracement, so you go to the swing low to the swing high, and we're sitting say round about this sort of level. So you'll see there the 0.618 is the golden retracement. So that's sitting on Ethereum round about the kind of 2250 mark. So don't be surprised if it goes back there. So we've got the Fibonacci level at the 2250, and as you can see, we've got a bit of a support resistance level there as well. So I think maybe if you were to get in there, that would probably be the best place to get in. So if that was to retrace, say down about 12%, this would be a perfect buying opportunity in my mind. I think this is where would be the best place to buy. Let's have a wee look at Bitcoin here. So we've got here, what have we got here? So we've got, again, it's quite hard to chart out these support lines because we're kind of all over the place here. There's so many you could probably chart. You could probably put one here and one there and one here and one there and one there and one here. It's difficult because it's very volatile just now, the Bitcoin. But just remember, guys, if in doubt, zoom out. Have a look at the day chart. You'll see what I'm talking about here. You get worried when you see the red day after day, but have a look at this. I mean, it was only October, it was set at $10,000. So we've had a 5, almost 6, well, it was a 6.5x up to here just in a few months. So where can you get gains like that anywhere else? There's nowhere else you could get gains like that. So don't be put off by when you see the charts having a down day. This is just going to happen. So let's have a wee look here. I tend to like looking at maybe the 30-minute. Let's have a wee look and see. So if we open that up, I think I moved one of these support lines up actually by mistake. You know, so there's one, say there's one about there, say there's one about here, and you could also have, you could put them anywhere, guys, to be honest. I mean, it's get up and down that much here. You could put another one there and a one here, but say it's doing this, say it was jumping between this channel and then it's moved up and now this is acting as support. So you might find there's not, well, you could probably say there's another one in here, but I always think it's better just to keep Bitcoin and maybe hold it rather than trying to time the markets. You could probably say, I mean, it's tested it there. So maybe if this moves up, it might test the kind of 55,600 mark. Let's see what kind of gains. It's not going to be a massive gain here. It's only going to be what, 2%. Not really a great. Where could you do the? Yeah, I mean it's up to you guys. I mean, it's if you want to trade it. I'm not really trading Bitcoin at the moment, and to try and buy and sell it and predict where it's going to go next, it's a tough one at the moment. I would say there's plenty other coins you could probably look at better. Like I say, this one, I think it's going to possibly at some point cool off to this average, moving average, because as you can see, it always sits there. It's always following it in and out, so it's possibly going to come back down at some point. But just always remember that there's opportunities. Even if in a down market we can do a wee bit of a short position, providing you're putting in the proper safety, like the stop losses. You just don't let it run without a stop loss, or even put in a trailing stop loss. You can do this on Bybit, you can do it in KuCoin, you can do it in Binance. So yeah, there's money to be made. There's opportunities. So let's have a wee look at the D5. What we have in D5 here. So we've got a nice wee bump up on Uniswap. This is going to. I think Uniswap could be about 50 billion. I think that's where we're going here with Uniswap. PancakeSwap's doing the same. You know, if you look at a lot of the coins now are on PancakeSwap. So if you look at the difference, that's the next competitor here, 4 billion to 20. So this could do a 5x easy. Now there's less circulating supply, hence why the price is almost the same for the market cap being so low. This is what you've got to keep an eye on, guys, is this circulating supply. But this could easily do a 5x. This could be over $100, I would say, by the end of the year, potentially. I noticed SushiSwap is also starting to creep up. This is only $1 billion. You've got to remember, guys, that these are main exchanges for swapping between tokens. So these are going to be here. These are a good safe bet. Uniswap, PancakeSwap, SushiSwap. I think there was BakeSwap, I believe, was another one. I've actually not looked at that for a wee while here. BakeSwap, I don't know what that's sitting at here. Not really. Let's have a wee look here. Let's have a wee look here. Bake token. Yeah, quite a low market cap as well. So potential, where can you buy that one? You can buy that on Binance. So yeah, you can't buy it with USDT, you can only buy it with the BNB or the Binance one. So yeah, if you just have a wee look at, if you're wanting a bit of a safe bet, I would say if you're going for this sort of one, I always think that if you were to diversify into different groups, so say you bought some of the, if you had some money to spare, I would say some of the top 100 or the top 25, at least some of the top 25, then go to DeFi. I don't think you can go wrong here. Maybe get yourself a wee bit of Uniswap, PancakeSwap, a wee bit of SushiSwap possibly. Yearn Finance has done well recently, but again, this is probably due to cool down at some point, I would say. Inchat that's another good one. That's for exchanges as well. Origin Protocol, that'll start. I mean, a very low market cap. Same with Refinance. I bought some of that just at 30 cents there. I thought that might be a good buying opportunity. So there's plenty opportunities here. I mean, you can't possibly know all of them, but just keep an eye. Even the top ones. You know, you can't go wrong with market caps of when it's up over, well, certainly into the billions in some of them. So if you look at this, Theta's probably cooling down. That had a massive jump. That's probably one of the best performing ones this year, Theta. And you've also got Theta Fuel. So Theta Fuel's maybe your better bet in terms of the two. But again, you can't go wrong with holding some of these. Chili's a hold, Decentral Engine, a hold these ones. Only time will tell when this is going to perform these big gains, but it's only a matter of time. These will go up. I've got absolutely no doubt the Engine's going to go to 10 billion. This is one of the biggest gaming coins. I've mentioned this in a previous video. So I mean, just keep an eye on my videos, guys. I try and talk a wee bit about all these, the kind of main ones. So if you can subscribe and just hit the bell notification, I try and put one on every day, but I can't always because I've got a lot of other things to deal with in my personal life. So I try and do this, and the more support I get, the more subscribers, comments, likes, the better. It just helps the channel. It is a fairly new channel. It's only a few weeks old. I'm trying to build up a a good amount of subscribers here, just to keep the channel going, and it will with the algorithm, YouTube puts it out to more people, and it just keeps pushing the channel up. I mean, it is only a new channel, so it would be good to see it doing well. I try to dedicate as much time as I can just to help, especially newbies into this. There's a few things that people can look out for in terms of like where to stake and farm the coins if you want to just to put it into something on exchange just to get a bit of interest. I know where there's good sites, good exchanges for doing that, such as the Nexo and the Binance, and also Swissborg is a good one for giving you back a good return. And if you're a premium holder on that, you need to stake your coins for a year, but if you're a premium holder, you're getting double the yield back. So, and it's like 34% interest paid daily, so it's absolutely outstanding what they're giving you just now. How long that's going to last, I don't know, but at the moment there's still brilliant opportunities, guys, to pick up amazing deals. These red days are just bargain days as far as I can see. I know you've not always got lots of money to keep buying on the red days. I mean, I'm exactly the same. I just try and allocate my money the best I can. I certainly don't want to keep it sitting in the bank because it's not doing anything there. So but just if you can keep with me on this channel, guys, I'm just trying to give as much information and trying to talk as much about different topics as I can. I try to keep the videos just about 15-20 minute long. I don't want to bore you too much. I also don't want to go into too much technical details. You can always look at these charts yourself. You can look at, that trading view that I use with Market Cipher. Well, the trading view is a free one if you want to take out the basic, and you can see where the trends are going. You can put in the trend lines in. I like to just keep an eye on if it's going to be falling, what the sort of kind of support lines are going to be. This one's good for any up-to-date news it's coming out, but you can also look at there's news sites like Cointelegraph, and there's various other news feeds that you can have a look at more in depth if there's a certain particular coin you're wanting to look at. But I'm trying to just keep it brief for you guys. I don't want to bore you too much on this, but there's nothing that you can't look at yourself. You can just have a wee look through. So I'm still definitely bullish, and I think that this altcoin season is definitely about to take off. I think they've just been playing with us at the moment, just giving us a wee bit just keeping us just a wee bit of excitement here when you see some of these going up. But I think in the next few months there's going to be big money. Just remember this: when this Bitcoin dominance comes down, the money's flowing out of the big ones and trickling down into the smaller ones. And if you imagine the billions and billions that's pumped into Bitcoin, if these billions roll down into these ones with smaller market caps, you're going to see huge gains. And I think this is going to be fantastic. I think that in the top 25, that by the end of the year or the end of this altcoin season, I'm totally expecting a lot of these to be 4 and 5x where they are just now. I think they're all going to be up, because look at the difference from the top. Even the top 10, 1 trillion, 300 billion, 87, 59, 49, and it's going down and down and down. I mean, between here and the top, you're talking about 100x, or some of them about 100x of a difference in terms of market cap, and they're all excellent projects. Not one of these, apart from Dogecoin, is not really a project. XRP's been about a long time. That's one of the oldest coins. And then you've got your Litecoin, Chainlink. These are all older coins, but they've taken so long because they're trying to build up the best projects they can and be adaptable for most of this new upcoming, like smart contracts, DeFi, interoperability, all the exchanges. I mean, there's so much going into this space just now, so much behind the scenes. It's just, if you really support these coins, you've got to you don't want to just go in and out quick and just make a quick buck. Well, maybe some of you do, but you're not going to get the best performance, the best gains. You want to try and hold on to these coins, just let them grow. Just think of it as a small wee flower growing to the big tree. This is what I think is going to happen. These are going to blossom really well. We're going to see some fantastic gains. So, but that's it, all I've got, guys. I just wanted to try in another wee brief video. So yeah, if you can subscribe and like would be appreciated. Thanks, guys. Bye.